Brown flower sculptures on glass stems, translucent and golden in the light. Over each lone blossom, a glass dome. Close-up, resolving on a golden flower. Texture on a petal, like the ridges of fingerprints.
Some people find my works a bit grotesque,
Close-up pan of a flower.
scary,
Some petal edges look torn, others cut.
shocking, to a point of disgusting.
Pan over a series of glossy domes with single flowers.
The original artwork that I made back in 2015 were a series of skin sculptures. I peel skin and I glue them and I turn them into flower-looking miniature works.
Fade to a man in a shiny black t-shirt.
I hope that you guys can be as comfortable and as honest as possible because your feedback is very, very important to me. So don't be so serious, just chill. Treat me like your bro from another mother. Okay?
Fade into close-ups of his flowers and the artist at work.
I'm Ezzam Rahman and I am an artist.
I was invited by Singapore Art Museum to be part of the Touch collection,
Unwrapping a bird sculpture.
helping people that are visually impaired to experience art through touch, and hence the word Touch collection. I'm very happy to be part of this program and to see how art has evolved over the years here in Singapore. And it's no longer only for a small group of people.
I think art should be appreciated by anyone of any abilities or disabilities. Study the shape.
An introduction to our cast in a monochrome journal collage. Rendi, his smiling face overlaid with a drawing of fingers on keys. Liana, in reflective sunglasses with a sequin hat sticker atop her head and a drawing of aviators alongside. Joan with a barbell against her back next to drawings of a dumbbell and sneaker. Title, Seeing is Believing. Ezzam in a cafe with 3 boys at his table.
What I have right now is a series of materials that I'll be working on. I want you to really feel the texture and have fun with it. Yeah. I'm more interested in the texture that you are interested in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So
Good, thank you. Yeah. Take your time, feel it.
Hands on a matte black scrap of material. Close-ups of Ezzam's artwork.
I do a lot of miniature sculptures. And I'm actually known for my skin sculptures.
A bird of his skin.
Due to hygiene purposes, of course, I can't allow any of my audiences to actually hold it or experience that work.
A flower.
The challenge right now is to consider a different material but yet still have that same essence. And I'm using different kinds of leather in a new series of works.
Hands feeling rectangular swatches of leather in different shades of brown.
At the end of the day, right, guys, all these are going to be cut into smaller pieces. They'll be sewn with other leather threads. So there'll be more texture. There'll be more things for you guys to experience.
smell can make the atmosphere change also, you know.
Okay.
The smell of the
artwork.
can make the atmosphere change a bit,
Okay.
especially for us. Like that.
Then I have to consider smell too.
The example for this texture is good for me,
Right.
but the smell is very strong.
Are you okay, Rendi?
No, I'm not.
You're confused?
I'm stuck within these 3 material.
Whether you like it or not?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I know why.
Why, Bosing?
Because maybe you like the texture but don't like the smell.
Yeah,
Or maybe you like the smell but don't like the texture.
true.
That's why she cannot even decide.
Are you sassing your brother?
No. You know, like this kind of texture, right?
Yes.
I would like the feeling, right?
Yep.
It's much more lighter, the lines actually. It's like too obvious sometimes. Because some audience, right, they like to be more creative. Yeah.
Okay.
Leather swatches being kept away.
I thought that the more texture will be better, but Bosing sharing with me that hey, let the lines be finer, allow us to explore the material. I find that very, very interesting because less is more. I really, really value your honest feedback. Remember, at the end of the day, these are not just going to be flimsy pieces of fabrics like this. They are going to be sculpted into an object using the materials that you have already selected for me. And I hope that in the next few months, once I finish this sculpture, you guys get to experience it. I had fun meeting all of you guys. Thank you for being very honest. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you.
White handwriting against a black background on a screen.
Foreground 12. Control Shift left click.
Control Shift left click. Open a link. Wait, I don't know how there.
12. Control Shift left click. Open a link to foreground.
Rendi got his first computer in 2020. He writes under a camera, his text magnified and inverted in color on the screen above.
In primary school, I was bullied by students with good eyesight or perfect eyesight.
The machine's logo reads ZoomMax.
They will push me around, splash things on me. So every day when I get home, my uniform is very dirty.
He leans close to the screen.
Ever since I was born, my eyesight was not good. I'm partially blind, but at the same time, I also have hearing loss. I'm wearing hearing aid now, and I've been wearing it for like 7 years already.
Picks up his phone and peers at it an inch from the screen.
My parents are uneducated, so in primary school, my parents don't know how to help me. So getting the knowledge from my father's friend helps me to transfer from the mainstream school to a special school called Lighthouse School.
Squints at the phone, scrolls, then returns to writing.
When I moved to a special school, physically I feel better, but mentally I don't feel good about it. I would say that point of time I don't like to socialize with people. Like I don't want to make friends because who knows they will bully you and so on.
He turns the knob to zoom in closer.
I took about 6 to 7 years to graduate from that school.
Cut to Rendi at his kitchen table, fiddling with his phone. He raises the speaker end to his ear.
My first day of secondary school, I have a sense of satisfaction that I'm able to make it this far. I'm able to go to a mainstream school. I'm in secondary school. They do have visually impaired students together with the normal students.
His phone video has inverted colors.
So last year, it was my last year in secondary school. My next education path is to go to IT college.
Courses, NITEC.
Most of the modules I cannot take because I lack computer skills. So I decided to spend 1 year to improve my computer skills and then reapply for IT at the end of this year. Compose, okay. I might be slower than others or take longer time to learn. But I can do it if you give me the time.
Types out an email to his teachers.
S space.
A street in Kampong Glam, a mosque just ahead.
It's okay, birds also want to join us.
Two girls walking, one with a cane and holding the other's elbow.
That's the traffic light here.
Yeah, beside the mall.
Oh, okay, now I know where we are already.
Yeah.
My main objective is to get shit.
Okay.
We just see whatever is nice.
Shopping montage.
This is nice.
Very common.
It is right. It's me, right?
This one gives off the more classy.
I classy, right?
It suits you. This one.
Yeah. Cool.
Liana has a very quirky sense of fashion.
I'm a hardcore shopper. I don't know why. My temptation to get something is urging right now. Whatever shop we go in, right, high chance I come out with a shopping bag.
Oh, it's here. Sorry, it's overshot.
Is it dangling?
Yes. After one day of shopping with her, then I realized her style is a bit eccentric.
That is me. I never wear things that match one.
A blue geometric necklace.
That is very quirky. It suits you.
I trust her in shopping because she knows my kind of style.
Yes. Oh.
They walk along Haji Lane and enter a store, Hugo.
This is a pink dinosaur with orange hair.
Okay, that's cute. Basically, the blind person shop, right? It's the same as a sighted person shop.
One of them is the mermaid, the other one is the coral.
The only difference is we need someone to describe what design is this, what color is this. Oh, this is nice.
It gives off like barley kind. Yeah, it's like a bunch of strings and small marbles. It's brown. It's like clay, I think. It's all the same color. It's like blue, teal. Oh, this is very cute. It's like a cat. It's like a glass thing. And inside there's sunflower, blue flower with a bit sparkles.
Oh, cool.
I think it's a pin.
Pin, ah?
Yeah. Oh, got small cats. You touch the material. Yeah, it's like silk.
Yeah.
They exit out into the light, Liana's hand at her friend's elbow, and enter another store.
Got stairs. You want to hold the handle?
Yeah. You go first. I have a rare condition called uveitis. It just happened from sore eyes. After I got And from there, I start to lose my sight.
Liana's friend guides her hand to the rail of a spiral staircase.
I cry. When the doctor told me, I cry. Inside my head, I was thinking like, why me? 18, going to lose my sight. You know? To hear the fact, right, it's actually hurts, you know. I think half of my friend left me because I couldn't see. But another half still stay with me until now.
Ellie, Liana's shopping buddy.
So I was interning at Dialogue in the Dark Singapore. Then that's how I got to know Liana, as she's one of the guides over there. When I share about stories of my internships with my lecturers, with my friends, they realize like another view of the world.
Ellie and Liana walk through a cloudy kampong glam, Liana with her cane in one hand and Ellie's elbow in the other. Cut to a girl in shorts warming up in the stands next to a running track, swinging her arms in circles, doing lunges, then squats. She ties up her hair and her shoelaces, then puts a red Bluetooth earpiece in her left ear.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, suivez-moi pour voir la prochaine pièce.
Joan is obsessed with bettering her 10-kilometer timing.
My relationship with running is a love-hate relationship.
Long shot, Joan running along the inside of the track.
I know it's good for me, but it's quite boring lah, I would say. You're just like going right around. I'm just like a happy little hamster running in the wheel. So it's boring, but yeah.
Running montage.
I think I met her in the lobby of some beautiful hotel where feet were movable. She seems something unusual, no politics, just musical. Like who is?
I'll usually run at the thinnest lane because I can see the grass and more importantly the white line. My sight is better with contrast. It's still blur, but because the line is white and the track is red, I can tell exactly where the line is. I'll look at the line to run straight and stay in my lane. But the funny thing is, the more I run, the less I see. So sometimes, like when I'm maybe in my 8 or 9K, that kind, I will like, woo, go very far out and come back in.
Back at the stands, she puts her phone to her ear. Puts the phone away.
I'm short of 0.1 meters.
She unfolds her bright purple cane and walks off through the stands. Title: Seeing is Believing. Title: Seeing is Believing. Joan exiting her flat with a large backpack, no cane, and a confident walk.
Honestly, I really don't care what people call me. They can call me blind, teme, cannot see, whatever, visually impaired. I don't mind, but other people may care see. So if I'm speaking about a group in general, or if I'm like telling people about it, I will use the term visual impairment.
She brushes past a woman as she overtakes her.
Sorry.
Continues quickly through the HDB estate.
A lot of people, they think dark glasses, whole cane, completely cannot see. They don't understand that visual impairment is a spectrum and everybody is different. I have aniridia and glaucoma. Aniridia is where your iris is malformed or you don't have iris, which means that your eye cannot control your light intake, your eye pressure, or even your eye movement. So my eyes kind of like bounce around quite a bit like nystagmus lah. So that will make your eye degenerate faster because your eye will be under more stress. So my eye condition is just really blur most of the time. Like the further it is, the more blur it is.
The scene blurs out.
I don't know what percentage I can still see, so don't ask me.
She goes down a flight of stairs and bumps into someone on the way to the bus stop. On the bus, a first-person view of pushing past passengers towards the back. She sits by a window, looking out, phone in her hand. Red earphones in, she raises her phone close to play Pokemon Go.
On the bus, how I know where to alight, I kind of use Pokemon Go to know where I am. It's a really useful map.
She follows a line of passengers off the bus and strides through the interchange.
To see like bus numbers, that kind, I will like use my phone. There's this like inbuilt app lah. I'll use it as like a convenient magnifier. a person, if you are wearing different color from the floor, I can pretty much see, but I cannot see your features. I just know that somebody is there. So things like navigating around the MRT, right? I don't use my sight a lot. I remember like where to go and how I'm supposed to get there.
Montage. Getting on an open-air MRT platform, then on the train and to a seat. She holds her phone close to her face as she reads.
I stay in Yishun, I work at Loyang, I take a bus, I take a train, and then I take another bus.
At her destination, she exits the train and heads down an escalator into a brightly lit station with large backlit ads along the walls. Her friend comes to meet her at the top of the stairs by the station exit.
Where do you go? Of course.
They hop on a bus and sit together near the back.
And guess what? I got another PB. I ran in like 1 hour and 13 minutes.
PB, personal best.
But then after I died. I don't think I was ever depressed. For me, it was more of the denial. Like, I just pretended it wasn't happening. Like, oh, okay, just get on with life, you know. Because these kind of things, right, are not instantaneous. Unlike, like, oh, you know, the Korean drama, that kind. Oh, you gonna, like, bam, then your sight is gone. Then it just does not happen like that. It's a very gradual process. So it was possible for me to pretend like nothing was happening.
They exit a lift and are off to work. Cut to a man in a t-shirt that reads Dialogue in the Dark, Singapore.
Welcome everybody. We're going to do some computer-related things, specifically on Zoom, because we are using Zoom for our Dialogue in the Dark new program, online program.
Liana.
Finding work for visually impaired is not easy.
We'll go it very slowly, no stress. If you need to stop, just let me know lah. Oh, we just go. We are friends. We help each other. Okay?
Liana and her colleagues work together at a desk.
Although Singapore is becoming inclusive towards people with disabilities, not a lot of companies will take visually impaired.
Work montage.
You know, when we go to apply job, they give us a form to fill. I did make a comparison. Whenever I don't put my condition, I can get a job. But when I put my condition in, I don't get anything.
So we're going to learn the layout of the whole Zoom, and then what are the different keystrokes to make life easier for all of us. So you just explore, tap around, and familiar yourself with all the icons.
I just want to educate people out there, right? You know, although we are blind, we can still do things like an able person. Only different thing is for us, we use our other senses instead of our sight. Trust us, we can work. We know how to use the phone. We know how to use the computer. If they're willing to give us a chance, we can actually prove to them that even visually impaired can do office work too. Hey, this is a webcam.
Yes, a webcam.
I love to interact with people. I love to talk to people. I love to create that empathy towards the visually impaired.
Liana fixes a webcam to the top of her screen.
Okay.
She holds a door open for her colleagues.
Oh, the door is open already. I open the door. Yep, here is the door. Then on your left is the, yeah.
You're going to feel where is our food. Got kimchi inside.
A woman in dark glasses.
People call me Lin. I don't have any vision in both my eyes. Not even seeing light.
Lin, guide at Dialogue in the Dark, Singapore.
Visitors come to Dialogue in the Dark for the tour in the dark to understand how it's like to be blind for that 1 hour.
A shot of her cutlery exploring her lunch, fading to black.
Empathy is good, but empathy must go together with being proactive. Being empathetic is not enough. You've got to have a willing heart to help.
Ezzam holding a glass platter of flowers in different materials. He arranges it with others amidst rumpled white sheets.
The artwork that I've created for Singapore Art Museum Mini Mobile Museum is another adaptation from the original artwork that I've created back in 2015. I thrifted 3 different types of beds, and in these beds, I actually created a whimsical-like landscape made out of sculptures made out of my own skin. And apart from flowers, there were dragonflies and spiders crawling around this little diorama that has been installed in a bigger setting to complete the installation.
Pan over the arrangement like a landscape.
I still remember when I was much younger, going to the museum is only through school trips. Now, you can just go to a library and experience museum quality art. How amazing is that?
Ezzam's installation in a public library.
I think art is not only made for galleries, private collectors, or the museum. It is really branching out to anyone or any audience, and no one is excluded.
Close-up of Ezzam's skin flowers. Joan reading a script magnified on her phone.
I'll be like, yeah, this is what you see, then this is what I see, kind of.
So what do you see?
Blur lah! I said it!
Blur function.
Sure.
A blurry photo of students in uniform.
No.
Huh, not blur enough ah?
Not sure.
It's still not what you see. From when I first knew her to now, she's matured a lot. She's bubbly, she's fun to be with. You're looking at the school words, is it?
Yeah.
As reference.
Wait, there are words?
The school name.
So today, I'm working on an assembly talk to my alma mater actually.
You just pull your chair over, Joan.
Fine.
Rehearsing now.
Okay, so, hi, I'm Joan. It's really good to be back.
Brenda.
Our company runs programs mainly for schools. We teach values through sports.
Through the game of Goalball, I've learned to think in the growth mindset to overcome challenges and focus on what I can control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keyword. Joan is the main facilitator for one of the programs that we conduct called Control Your Controllables. So it's actually a program where we teach resilience through the game of Goalball.
Mindset is the single most important factor to determine your success. Especially among youth, mental health issues have been on the rise. So I really like to help these kids deal with their issues.
Someone wanted to fight with me after I accidentally banged into them with the award-winning question, "You blind ah?" That's what he wrote here.
Dark humor is a great coping mechanism to help me get through more rough patches, I guess. Of course, there are other days where I just want to hide in bed and just not do anything, but that's not possible. So just smile and yeah, get on with life. If I had continued to be frustrated by my deteriorating side, nothing would have changed. Instead, I decided to focus on what I could do instead to make things better.
Okay, can.
Thanks for listening to Limpe.
Brenda.
Most of the VIs that I know, they are either masseurs or telephone operators. There's a stigma or something that they can only do these few jobs. Yeah, but actually, a lot of them, they're just like you and me. It's just maybe one sense disadvantage, but a lot of times I think there can be other jobs that can be provided for them. Just have to make some adjustments, that's all. Yeah.
Joan packs a tight mass of jump ropes into a suitcase.
Actually, I think got space.
Title: Seeing is Believing. Title: Seeing is Believing. Two hands slicing onions on a green chopping board. Pan up to Liana. Beside the board, a tidy platter of chilies, lemongrass, and other ingredients.
For about a year, I basically locked myself inside my room, thinking those negative thoughts. Why me? What am I going to do now?
Smashes a garlic clove.
At that point of time, I couldn't accept the fact that I'm becoming visually impaired. I only go out when I want to go toilet or eat, then go inside the room. Just don't want to interact with anyone.
Liana is best friends with chili padi. She neatly preps the ingredients.
One day, I actually heard something on the radio itself. This beneficiary said something, like very meaningful. It's like, I am disabled, but I'm not unable. I kept thinking, if this person, this special person who is disabled, he can live his life to the fullest, why can't I? I start to turn a new leaf. I just live my life to the fullest. It's just my sight, but I still have my other senses to use.
Split screen of Liana, close-ups of her knife fork and hands preparing ingredients.
For chicken rendang, you must have the correct spices. We have some turmeric leaves and the lime leaves for the aroma of the rendang itself. The smell of the leaf is very nice. Then we also have lemongrass.
She places sliced ingredients in a food processor.
I rather be positive than negative. The first step, is to accept the fact that I'm blind. Yep. Because if you can't accept, you can't face the reality, you cannot move on with your life. Doesn't mean that you are blind, you cannot cook. You can cook, but you need to learn to use your other senses. If you get burned, don't be afraid of that. Just because you cut a bit of your hand or you burn a bit, doesn't mean you can't cook. Just keep on continue cooking.
Into the red sauce in her wok goes a thick brown paste and coconut milk.
When I use the spatula to stir, I can actually feel whether it's thick or thin. I don't know how to explain, it's just that I just know.
Adding ingredients.
When I become visually impaired, I have to relearn everything. That is the most frustration point of my life lah. Because if you used to do things very fast, suddenly you have to slow it down because one of your senses is not there. You have to be patient lah. I have to take my time to do things. Rendang is a dish that you have to cook it longer. The longer the better.
She lifts the lid to a face full of steam.
It smells good.
Rendang bubbling away. Rendi entering IC2 prep house.
Hello, good morning, Rendi. Come on in.
Whether I get to IT or not, it depends on me taking ownership of learning, and that is the reason why I'm here.
Okay, let's get to the AT room.
AT, assistive technology.
To the right here. Here? Yep.
When Rendi first came to us, he wasn't able to use a laptop. For him, it's almost like ground zero when we first started.
Rendi logs on to a computer.
Okay, so today, Rendi, we are going to revise some of the keystrokes on WordPad so that we can transfer this knowledge to Microsoft Office next time, okay?
Alyssa, assistant vision teacher.
For IC2 Prep House, we serve students with visual impairments, from low vision all the way to total blindness. But the students we serve have to be in the education institution.
2 paragraphs on the screen.
How do we read the words here?
The whole thing?
Rendi explores his options.
From preschool all the way to tertiary institution, we will help them in different programs that we have. So one of it is assistive technology, which Rendi is currently in, right?
I think you have to definitely go to the start of that document.
Good. So we teach him how to use the AT device using the screen reader on his laptop.
I press inside A, yeah.
Paragraph 1. I saw a bat in school
I think it
last
starts all the
Friday.
way. Yeah.
It was a huge surprise to me. I was walking
Thinking that he's going to a tertiary institution, screen reader will help him a lot because he needs to access a lot of information, whether it's like PowerPoint slides from his lecturers or he needs to write his own notes, read textbooks or even e-textbooks and all that.
Rendi listens intently.
For me, learning how to use a computer is not easy. Some things I'm able to understand straight away, but other things, it takes me a long time.
He turns his ear to the laptop in concentration. Scissors and pliers on a green gridded cutting mat beside a strip of perforated leather in medium brown. A layered toolbox from which Ezzam retrieves leather cord. He carefully selects pieces of leather to slice and stitch.
My main objective is to share my ideas. I do want an engagement between my work and the audience, and I hope that the audience can be moved emotionally.
A 5-petaled blossom in deep brown leather edged with tan stitching in a lidded glass container.
So this is one of the work in progress, and this is the idea that I proposed to the museum. I'm hoping that the participants or the audience get to experience the work the way I want them to feel it. From, like lifting up the lid, feeling the weight, understanding the shape, and also through my own observation during the focus group, I noticed that the 3 beautiful boys are touching only against their fingertips, and that's how they read objects. And I'm also very mindful to get materials that has different layers and different shapes.
He affixes a leather leaf beside the flower.
It's one of the work that I've created. It is all handmade and hand-stitched.
Work montage.
When I was 18, my mom was diagnosed with glaucoma, and now my mom has lost her sight on her right eye. Being part of this project is almost personal for me. I know that my mom gets to experience my works, but at the same time, she cannot see it fully. And she's my rock lah.
He helps her into the room.
She's my direct audience, yeah.
No good, I said no good. Good, I said good. I don't like, that's why I tell him.
Yeah. You like it?
I like it.
So she will give me all the feedback and I will definitely put it into consideration. Macam bangga lah.
Right.
Like you're very proud of me, right?
She shrugs but chuckles through a proud smile. 10-kilogram barbells on a gym floor. Yellow kettlebells. Joan at the gym.
Sit up. Come on! You're not getting tired, you're getting better. Come on. With control.
She presses up a squat.
Bam! One. Strong. Good. How many more? 6. You look like you want to do 10 more.
She lowers into another rep. Another.
Good.
Her trainer spots her from behind.
Come on!
One more.
Bam! Come on!
Another.
Bam!
Her trainer helps her replace the barbells.
Nana, come.
Joan.
In sports terms, for visual impairment, they have this category. So it's B1, B2, and B3. So B1 is where either you totally cannot see or maybe you can see some shadows or whatever. B2 is like a bit better than that. B2 is kind of a big range lah, and B3 is a better sight. So I'm a B2. The aniridia, right, is a genetic thing. So my cis is like a B3 lah.
Ines, you done already?
Yeah.
How many sets?
3.
Well done. What do you think you should be doing now? Push-ups. Okay, next week will be 50 kilos. You know the weight is too light for you if you can do 16, more than 16 or 16.
But actually it was hard.
Hansen, head coach of Singapore's goalball team.
Joan, it was meant to be easy, is it?
Training montage of 4 girls doing burpees, squats, crawls.
Liana, my sis Ines, Christina, we call her Nana, and myself, we play goalball as a team. In 2015, me and Liana joined, so I guess we are the more 老教 ones. Nana is the most unexpected. Last time very 小姐 club one. Last time, oh my god, I broke my nail.
Christina resting. Christina on 40-kilogram deadlifts.
Now she lift weights, wow, very fierce.
How many? Joan, come on, pretend to be happy. Come.
Joan raises her fists with a tired smile and takes over. Coach Hansen.
Joan, very stronger. Her eyesight is getting worse, so eventually she's going to go totally blind also. Through sport, she's learned what is it that I can control. When we get her to relate this to coping with her daily challenges, it's easier. She said to give her a second. Not easy, it's just easier.
Okay.
So a lot of times it's helping her and trusting that she's got her own ability and her own wisdom to cope with her own challenges. 14 and 12.
Joan.
I figured out quite a lot of stuff on my own because basically no choice lah sometimes. Both my parents are completely blind and they are not very protective. I grew up being able to do whatever I wanted to do.
The open gym.
Some of my friends, like their parents don't let them travel on their own even. They just bring them everywhere lor. Or like they ask them to take taxi everywhere, that kind. Which I feel is really financially tough lah because wow, you take taxi like damn expensive eh. I think that the boundaries are quite blurred because of a lack of information. They don't really know of any visually impaired person other than their kid usually. So they have no source of comparison. They don't know what their kids may be capable of doing. So instead of come, I teach you how to do this differently, it's come, I help you do. So as they get older, it just keeps happening and then of course their kids won't learn anything lor.
Liana, rising from a push-up, panting but smiling. Coach Hansen.
Liana, last time, oh, I cannot come. Oh, I not enough money to take Grab and what have you. Why not public transport? In a team, she's got role models. Too light. Go. So there are people who are totally blind, who can navigate on their own. So you cannot use or I cannot see as an excuse.
Coach to Liana.
Maybe you're getting stronger, which is a good thing. Try, show me once. The game teaches you how to focus on what you can control. So now she's much more independent and it shows a bit. Yep, all right, okay, you're on your own now. 16, huh?
Liana.
I used to be a type of person that, scared of this, scared of that. That fear inside me keep on talking, if you go out, right, people will talk, I still have that thought of feelings. Before I joined Goalball, right, my thinking is, I got lost, I just go back home. I just don't want to try to go to the place. That is me last time.
Coach Hansen writes their reps on a whiteboard.
1 minute plank, 1 minute rest.
Whatever I learn in Goalball, I actually bring out into my personal life outside. So even if, like I said, even if I got lost outside, right, I'm not afraid to ask people for help anymore lah. So my confidence level is there already. Yeah.
Liana, resting from the plank, laughing. Title: Seeing is Believing.
Okay.
Title: Seeing is Believing. Joan.
Every week, my team and I, we do circuit training over Zoom at home. 5, 4, 3, 2. The first one we'll do is burpees. Go to the floor and then come up. The action is very important for Goalball.
Split screen workout montage. Burpees from all angles on a red exercise mat.
If you want to make things more difficult for yourself, you can do it with one leg or with a tuck jump or lateral jumps. The second, we do what's called punch out, kick out. Christina and Liana will do the resistance band.
Joan, you're not doing the Poko, is it?
No, I'm doing swivel. I'll do swivel.
A sit-up, then swiveling 360 degrees on the hips.
All this is to help your core to react fast when you're trying to catch the ball. Number 3, we'll do lunges with shoulders. So this is for throwing lah.
She leaps into a lunge.
I use 2 dumbbells because my dumbbells are like a bit light, so I'll do a jump lunge.
Find your balance. Liana is okay.
Coach Hansen, he'll check our form whether we're doing it right or not.
It's good that you find yourself off balance. That's the whole point.
If we are not doing it properly, number 1, you won't reap the benefits.
If it's very easy, then there's no point.
Number 2, you may get injured, which is not very fun. The next one, that's for hip flexors, because for Goalball, that's really important for the diving motion. I did what's called the break dance. Liana, they all were doing skier jumps, so that's for legs. The last one is a sort of prisoner squat. I cheat because I use my hands, but basically you have to keep your legs engaged at all times, so either squat or kneel. Usually when we work out together, it's like keep each other motivated lah. Even though we can't see each other while we are doing it, you can hear like the and the
My thigh is really like that, sir.
That's the point. When one person is tired or when everyone is tired, then we remind ourselves, keep your mind focused on the process and like on the present, so that you don't think of, oh my god, when is this gonna end, that kind of thing. Because when you start thinking about that, you don't enjoy the pain, you'll just die.
Joan collapses to her knees. Christina.
I'm very hungry. Okay, I see you tomorrow.
Sweaty faces.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Joan drops her head back in exhaustion. Bus 180. Bosheng steps on.
Is this bus 180? Yes. Brother, come in. Thank you. I want to like block 228. Okay. When reach, can tell me. Thank you. Brother.
Rendi steps up the bus.
Hello, is this 180?
Yes.
Rendi.
There are times like, I will misunderstand my brother will misunderstand me. But at the end of the day, it's still sort up.
They sit together, Bosheng with his phone at his ear.
Next stop, huh? Okay, noted. You see, I told you right. Did I say right? Next stop, right? Okay lah, you win lah.
Rendi is 4 years older than his brother, Bosheng.
When we are growing up, I don't really talk to my brother, and we normally quarrel a lot. Just now that stop is block what? Block 253, Jurong Avenue Town. Jurong Town.
Bro, that's not the way how you teach me, Bosheng. When something you're not good at, right, don't go and condemn people of not good at. It's not a good sign.
I'm not connect.
I'm just saying that. I'm just letting you know.
Bosheng scratches the back of his neck.
Because everyone good at something and everyone not good at something.
Why am I good something, not good something?
You're not good at computers, right?
I
was once not good at computers as well, right?
Once upon a time, you're not good.
You just have to think back where you come from,
Where I come from? I come from Singapore.
Bosheng.
The time I'm young and I'm quite childish, so I don't really want to share with my brother about anything related to me. Now it's better. We all talk about things happening in schools, situation that happened to him during the day. I'm not familiar. You guide me.
Bosheng holds onto Rendi's backpack as they alight.
You guide me. I'm not familiar.
Huh? What do you mean you're not familiar?
You guide me.
They walk along a pavement with their canes.
He'll give me a lot of advice.
Keep going straight.
To me, it's not advice. It's like a normal brother nagging his younger brother.
The way you walk are faster than me.
Who are behind you? How to faster than you? He'll encourage me about like studying harder in my school and what I should be focusing on.
Rendi.
At my lowest moment, not many people believe that I had a potential, even though I had to take time to equip my skills and so on.
Rendi didn't make it into ITE. He's now trying to upskill and enter the workforce.
My journey this year is not an easy path, but I'm not giving up. I want to be a role model for my younger brother. I want him to be more resilient and never give up when things got tough.
They walk off to their destination, Bosheng still holding on to his brother's backpack. Leather flowers in glass jars arranged on a white backdrop lit brightly.
So we are here today to take photographs of the Sam Touch collection, which are actually adaptations of artworks in Sam's collection.
Close-ups of Ezzam's leather-stitched flowers. A hand touching a soft tan flower inside a jar.
You should take it out and touch it, and then you just feel for yourself like what has the different leather scraps become.
Sharon, Senior Manager Sam.
Every single adaptation is almost a new piece of work developed specifically for the visually impaired community.
A man feels the edges of a dark brown flower.
Very different from the previous one.
It's very different. How different?
Like the other one's very soft, but this one is like very firm.
When we began this project in 2018, we had only 3 adaptations. As of today, we have 7 altogether.
A white lion, a row of ancient Chinese soldiers with red neck scarves and black headphones. Architectural blocks with windows and stairs. A maze of copper pipes with tapping valves and black speakers in between. A boxy device with many buttons and Looper Trooper on its side. Sharon arranges a few open triangular sculptures together for a shot.
So I could put like that. Yeah, and it still works.
6 open triangles in red, white and black. Shots of the Touch Collection artists at work.
I'm very humbled to be able to see the level of commitment by our artists in developing these artworks. When we developed Sam Touch Collection, it was really intended for the visually impaired community. But as the project progresses, we see potential for us to reach out to communities such as nursing home residents, children with special needs, persons with disabilities who might not have access to being engaged with artworks or travel to a museum. Our hope is really that everyone in Singapore, at least, can experience the Sam Touch collection.
Students playing with Looper Trooper. Cut to Coach Hansen.
We do a warm-up orientation drill, followed by the game. Against me, we'll see how well you do.
A whistle at Joan's ear.
Warm up, let's go. Sakai, warm up, let's go.
Joan can throw the goalball at 51 kilometers per hour. She circles her arms in a well-lit court.
I'm a really competitive person now, basically. So this is one of the only sports since my sight kind of deteriorated that I got to be competitive at it based entirely on my ability. Like if I work hard, I can improve. Doesn't matter how blind I am.
She passes the ball over and under her legs. Fade to black, then Coach Hansen with the ball. Joan in opaque black goggles, crouching and guarding the goal, listening. He throws it like a bowling ball. She lunges to the side, it lands at her stomach. She grabs the ball, reaches back to feel along the goal to the right corner, lets out a sharp breath, and throws it back. Coach stops it with a foot and throws again. A lunge to the left. Joan's got it. She picks it up, steady, and throws.
Go on.
2 girls crouching in front of the goal. Liana.
We played goalball on 18 by 9 meter court. There's always a 9 meter goalpost behind us and 3 players on our side. On the ground, there are lines for us to feel so that we don't get lost. We roll the ball as hard as we can to score a goal inside the opponent goalpost.
Crouching, lunging, sliding. The ball speeds across the floor, everyone in elbow and knee pads.
When we do our defense, right, we have to be on the ground. We push and slide, sideways, lying down to block the ball.
A fast throw from Joan and the ball sails past Coach's defense. Christina.
Thinking that the ball is coming from one side and I was so confident diving there and the ball is actually on the other side.
Okay. So when you make mistakes,
Joan.
So the biggest misconception would be that if you're blind, you cannot do sport because dangerous.
Yeah.
If you are visually impaired, no matter what level of sight you have, you have a higher probability of face planting or like falling over than other people.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
The thing about sport is you learn body awareness, number one. Number two, you learn how to strengthen those muscles to like catch yourself.
Coach throws, Joan blocks.
Back to goalball, we learn how to fall properly, we land properly so that we don't injure ourselves.
That was good.
We learn how to be stable. And the thing is, when you learn it in a sport, you are learning in a safe environment. I am very sure I'm not going to get injured. Okay lah, like 98% sure that I'm not going to get injured. It's actually safer and better to learn it in a sport than to learn it on the road somewhere lah.
Remember to straighten your legs.
The girls throwing, lunging, blocking. Joan with her goggles off, sweating and grinning wide.
So the strength and conditioning over the past few months has helped you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, good.
We managed to qualify for the last ASEAN Para Games. It was supposed to be happening this year, but yeah, COVID happened.
Lyanna, what is it you want to work on next week?
Blocking and sliding.
Blocking and sliding. Joan?
I want to work my top speed again.
Okay.
The next target to qualify would probably be the ASEAN 2021 Games in Vietnam.
So treat the game like a practice, even in competition.
Teammates sitting on the floor together, Liana.
For me, my goalball dream, right, I would like to see my team play for Paralympics and to also see a lot of, young blood come and play goalball.
Okay. So left, right is 1. Okay, do 50 times.
50?
Yep. We have a team philosophy. So it's to do your best, but not at the expense of your welfare. And the second part is to learn life skills through sports. Stand up, right? Stay there for a while first and come down. Up. So it's quite apparent that they have picked up these skills, and because of that, they are doing better in their studies, they are more independent, they are more sociable also.
Joan works towards 50 reps with good humor, laughing and chatting. The 6 of them huddle and put their palms together.
1, 2, 3,
Blur out.
Okay, thank you.
Credits. Special thanks, Bosheng and Rendi To, Joan Hung, Liana binti Muhammad Ajam, Ezzam Rahman, Sports SG, Posture Lab, Mental Edge, Need to Eat, IC2 Prep House, One Habit Studio, National Library Board, Singapore Art Museum, Athlete Development Private Limited, Dialogue in the Dark Singapore, Singapore Disability Sports Council. Produced by Very for CNA.
Set! Rodeo 2 time!